and feel your breath. Feel your breath move into your body, and just be with your breath the entire cycle from the in to the out, and just follow that breath all the way in through your nose, down your windpipe, passing your chest, filling your belly, feeling that the rib cage is expanding, the chest is expanding, and the breath goes out. Feeling how the breath is cooler coming in through the nose, and the breath is warmer coming out. Feeling the current of energy move through the body. Feeling all the subtle vibrations and ripples through the muscles. Feel how the breath is nice and soft as it moves through your belly, your whole torso, the rib cage, the chest expanding and out. With each out breath, just relax a little bit more, letting go, melting more with each breath. And when thoughts come in, when thoughts appear, just simply guide your attention back to your breath. Thoughts will take you away from the breath, to the left or the right. And once you become aware that you're thinking about the thought, just bring your attention back to your breath, putting it back on the movement of the breath. Try and feel that breath and watch the breath as if the awareness is like an eye watching the breath, and it's following the breath inch by inch. And while it's following the breath inch by inch through your entire body, it's feeling the movement of the body and sensing the energy that's in the breath moving in and out of the body. And the breath will start feeling like it's the tide in the ocean, washing up the shore and then washing back out into the ocean, in and out. And just with each out breath, just let go and relax. With a nothing matters type of attitude. No trying, no caring, no effort. Just let it be. And you'll find that your body is melting more and more, that it's dissolving, that it's relaxing and opening up. And the more you open up, the more you'll find this opening of this space, this inner space around the breath. Be aware of the space that's around the breath, this inner space, that you're feeling the breath move through you, and notice how the breath is moving through this inner space, this open space, and that everything has disappeared and there's just this inner space and the breath. And if thoughts appear in this inner space, you're able to see these thoughts and just bring the attention back to the breath. And when you bring your attention back to your breath, the thought has disappeared and there's only the breath that remains. Just sensing the breath and noticing how the breath has lengthened, has become more relaxed, and is thinning out. And now just put your attention on the space between each breath. Become aware of the space that's in between each breath. And notice how this space increases a little bit more with each breath now that you have become aware of it. Notice how the breath naturally wants to lengthen, how the breath naturally wants to hold the breath in between, in and out, a little longer, just to exaggerate that space, the gap in between the breaths. And notice how there's a stillness in between each breath. Notice how there's a silence in between each breath. Just become aware of that stillness and that silence that's in between each breath. And that stillness and the silence is between each breath, is under each breath, is around each breath. It's what each breath is coming out of, is the stillness and the silence. That the breath is a movement that is coming out of the stillness. The breath is a sound that is coming out of the silence. And this silence and this stillness is watching the breath. The stillness and the silence is aware of the breath. And you are aware of the stillness and the silence. And you are aware of the breath. Because you are the stillness and the silence. By becoming aware of the stillness and the silence, you are becoming aware of your true nature. That you are stillness, you are silence, you are awareness. The awareness is still, it's silent, and there's no form. And notice how you can simply rest in this awareness, rest in the stillness, rest in the silence, and notice how you're not aware of the breath anymore, but you're just aware of the awareness, just aware of being, the beingness. And there's just this knowingness of being. There's just this knowingness of resting in your true nature, which is peace. All right, and let's open up your eyes. How was that, Luke?
That was crazy.
What
That got
happened?
really intense at the end.
Like what?
Like, I felt super expansive.
Yeah.
Like,